Phil. Welcome to Pretty Good Cooking.
Pretty good.
I'm going to show you something that one of these I haven't done in a while. It's called a cocktail recipe. Now, a lot of times I don't really drink cocktails. I just drink booze. Because, you know, like if you want bourbon, maybe you just drink bourbon. Or, you know, whatever. Such is the way of things when you don't care. The way of things. Don't care. But anyways, tonight I'm going to teach you how to make an old fashioned. And I was inspired because I was in a Meijer and we were there for like tea and lemonade, and somehow we ended up in like the cocktail bullshit part of the store. And I found these cherries. Those are called Luxardo Cherries. I'm sure that's not how you say it, but they're fancy as shit. They're like, I think it was like $18 for this jar. They're maraschinos. They're made in Italy and they are preserved in marasca syrup, which is some kind of it's some kind of different cherry that is cultivated and then distilled into a liqueur, and then the liqueur is preserved in the. Wait, no, I bet that maraschino and marasca are like the same. I bet you maraschino is like Italian for it comes from marasca, or however the f you say it. Anyways, they're really, really good. They're the kind of thing that if you go to a fancy place and they're charging you $15 for a cocktail, it'll be like, oh yes, we ran the liquor through a funnel down the tits of a unicorn, and then we filtered it through our bartender's mustache, and we garnished it with a Luxardo cherry. And then my recipe doesn't involve any of those steps except putting one of these in, because it's good. Put some ice on the floor, but also your cocktail shaker. And we will make it with rye. I've got thickle rye here, which is not fancy stuff, but it's fancy enough for us. Original old fashions were made with rye, and then rye lost popularity, and so they made it with other things, like Canadian whiskey. And then bourbon got really popular, so that's been a popular choice. But now rye's like fairly popular again, so we can make it with rye. My ratio is pretty similar to my martini ratio, and actually I want to take this moment to point out that this is like a brown martini, which is a horrible like mental image, because some people, like my friend Rain, have actually been served a brown martini when they ordered one and he got sick. So I'm going to start with a 2-ounce pour of rye. This is like I take that back. I'm going to have a 4-ounce pour of rye. And this is partially because I want enough in there to like fill up a glass. If I want a cocktail, I want a big one, not like a pissant or a pithy. I don't want a pithy cocktail. Here I have Sweet Vermouth. Again, thinking like the opposite end of the spectrum from martini, which uses dry vermouth. This is made with red wine, so it's fortified wine. And we need about 1 ounce. This is going to be about half of this. So 4 to 1 is my preferred ratio thus far. I'm still exploring. And then we will use some Angostura bitters. A couple dashes. I'm going to put it in an actual whiskey glass. You could use really any kind of cocktail glass, it's fine. Here we'll add one of those delicious cherries. You can lick your fingers because they taste so good. And slightly unconventional, but not particularly exciting, I like a little bit of orange peel. Whoop-de-f***do. Not a part of everyone's recipe, but I think it makes it taste nice. There's our orange peel. You can roll it around if you want to release some of the oils. You can actually put it in the shaker if you want it to get banged up. And then here we are. Let me shake. Makes your hands smell nice too, that orange peel. And there is our very large old fashioned. Not the prettiest thing, but tastes really good. Oh, that's good. I haven't actually made it with the thickle rye, but it's almost like cleaner and crispier. I've been making it with wild turkey of all things. But yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. And it's definitely one of those things, you know, people say like best part of the martini is the olive at the end. The cherry at the end of this is like, it's choice. So, enjoy! Cheers.